Imagine if one day every MSME in Indonesia stop operating. Stalls are closed, artisans stop producing, farmers lost their buyers, thousands of families lost their livelihoods. It wouldn't just be the economic that stops, the lives of millions of Indonesians would come to a halt too. This is why MSMEs are not just business actors. MSMEs are the backbone of Indonesia's economy. And the backbone this large, of course, has numbers that speaks for themselves.
There are currently more than 65 million MSMEs in Indonesia. They contribute around 61% of Indonesia's GDP and assert nearly 97% of Indonesia's national workforce. But behind these numbers lie equally large challenges. Most MSME remain at the micro scale, able to survive but not yet able to grow. That is why the government launched the MSME Naik Kelas program, in which BRI plays a highly strategic role. But before discussing solution, we need to honestly examine what is the actually holding MSMEs back from the upgrading.
Based on the BRI Gamma IBCC case study and various national data, we identified 3 root causes. First, business literacy. Many MSME actors still lack understanding of financial record keeping, marketing strategy, digitalization, and business management. Second is access to financing. Some MSMEs do not yet meet the requirements to obtain credit because they are not yet bankable. And the one most often overlooked is market access. Many MSMEs are already able to produce quality goods but don't yet have buyers. Their products are good but they don't have market. The result is a paradox. MSMEs obtain capital but they don't necessarily obtain customers. The good news is BRI doesn't have to start from zero to answer these 3 problems.
In fact, BRI has already built a very complete MSME ecosystem. On the supply side, there is KUR, Desa Brilian, the Ultra Micro Holding, and various literacy programs. On the demand side, there is Link UMKM, Clusterku Hidupku, and Brilliantpreneur. Meanwhile, on the social value side, BRI actively expands financial inclusion through its monthly networks, Brilink agents, and collaboration with Pegadaian and PNM. BRI Strength is the largest network in Indonesia, more than 15,000 work units, more than 1 million Brilink agents, tens of thousands of monthly. However, the weakness is that this program still run a fragmented way. There is no mechanism yet that ensures MSMEs move from one program to the next. On the other hand, new opportunities are emerging. Koperasi Desa Merah Putih, collaboration with universities, and digitalization. Meanwhile, the biggest challenges come from increasingly the intense digital competition, low MSME productivity, and the limited time available to monthly. With strengths this great, yet resources that remain limited, BRI faces a choice that is far from easy.
This case then brings us to one big question. If BRI's resources are limited, should BRI strengthen supply, expand demand, or pursue social value? This is what is called the strategic trilemma. But after digging deeper, we come to realize that this trilemma doesn't actually have to exist.
BRI's challenge isn't a lack of programs. BRI already has KUR, Desa Brilian, Link UMKM, Clusterku Hidupku, Brilliantpreneur, and the Ultra Micro Holding, and over 1 million Brilink agents. The real challenge is integrating them into one continuous growth journey. That's why we propose Bridge, BRI Integrated Development and Growth Ecosystem. Not a new program, but a new way to operate BRI's entire MSME ecosystem, ensuring every MSME gets the intervention that matches in stage of growth.
Stage 1. Precision profiling. Transformation starts with understanding, not financing. We match each MSME's business maturity and its operational, digital, marketing, and financial readiness. So every MSME gets the right intervention, not get generic aid. Stage 2. Collaborative incubation. Next, BRI partner with universities, industry mentors, and business community to build capacity. Students no longer just do community service, they become mentoring partners. Management students support marketing, accounting students build financial system, engineering students boost production efficiency, and design students shape branding. the monthly's role shifts from the sole executor to ecosystem orchestrator, directly easing their time and attention constraints.
Stage 3, market integration. Capacity within market can drive growth, so BRI becomes a supply chain orchestrator, linking MSME through Koperasi Desa Merah Putih, Link UMKM, Klasterku Hidupku, BUMN Networks, Hospitality, and Retail, connecting them to an existing demand ecosystem instead of leaving them to find buyers alone. Stage 4, global scaling. Finally, the best products are curated through brilliant planner, guided to meet international standards, certified, and matched with global buyers, making export the natural final step of its growth journey designed from the start. With this, BRI's programs no longer run in isolation. It becomes a stage in one growth pipeline, where every MSME knows its position, every intervention has purpose, and every step up can be measured. With this framework in hand, let's listen to the two core questions posed by the case study.
So, how should BRI allocate its resources between supply side and demand side intervention? So, what MSME can truly upgrade? And our answer is, it's not about choosing one over the other. Supply and demand are not two competing choices. They are two complementary stages within a single MSME growth journey. Through the BRIDGE framework, BRI's resources are not rigidly divided between supply and demand, but are allocated dynamically according to each MSME stage of maturity, beginning with profiling, strengthened through collaborative incubation, directed toward market integration, and refined through global scaling.
So, which dimension of social value should be BRI's priority? In our view, BRI's priority should not simply be expanding the number of MSMEs reserving services, but increasing the number of MSMEs that truly succeed in upgrading. The framework we propose does not only produce financing disbursement as an output, but also creates measurable transformation through profiling. BRI ensures every MSME is reserved the right intervention. Through collaborative incubation, business capacity increase without significantly adding to the matrix workload. Through market integration, MSMEs gain access to real markets, and through global scaling, the best MSMEs are pushed to enter international markets. This is what we call transformational inclusion, creating more MSMEs that are independent, productive, and competitive, rather than simply increasing the number of financial service recipients. And when these two answers are brought together, we arrive at one major conclusion.
Through BRI Integrated Development and Growth Ecosystem, or we call BRIDGE, we are not offering a new program. We are offering a mechanism to integrate all of the strengths BRI already possesses into a single MSME growth system that is measurable, sustainable, and impact-oriented. This framework answers both questions posed by the case study. First, by allocating resources progressively according to each MSME's stage of maturity, so that supply and demand become a single unfilled strategy. Second, by prioritizing transformational social value, the true success of MSMEs in upgrading as the primary indicator of BRI's success. Because ultimately, BRI's success should not be measured only by how much credit is disbursed, but by how many MSMEs successfully grow, create jobs, connect to markets, and become competitive on a global scale. Thank you.